Alright, what's going on, y'all? It's Cooper here, one half of FCSN, and Todd Gurley is back. His reinstatement was announced yesterday. It will be 11/15, November the 15th, against the Auburn Tigers home game. That's going to be a big-time matchup depending on how Auburn plays this weekend against Ole Miss and how Georgia plays. We got the Georgia-Florida weekend coming up this upcoming Saturday. That's going to be a big one. Georgia-Florida game is always crazy. You never know what's going to happen. It doesn't matter what their records are going into that game. They're both going to come to play some football. So I am definitely looking forward to that game. And then they got Kentucky the next week. So don't sleep on Kentucky either. They gave Mississippi State a run for their money. And they can make some plays. So definitely don't sleep on Kentucky. But if Georgia is able to weather the storm like they have been, I've loved the way this team has responded, by the way, to Todd Gurley's absence. If they continue to keep that mentality coming off this bye week and into these next two games, and they're able to win going into that Auburn game, you never know if this what could happen with this Georgia team, because Todd Gurley's gonna be fresh. He's coming into that Auburn game. If Georgia wins the SEC East, they'll be in that SEC playoff. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself here. I'm not the SEC playoff, SEC championship in Atlanta, excuse me. But I don't want to get too far ahead of myself and saying they'll be in the playoff. But they're gonna be in a position where if they continue to win, you can't deny Georgia a college football playoff spot if they continue to win. But like I said, not getting too far ahead of myself. Got a lot of ball games to play. They got Georgia Tech as well coming up. So, like I said, not getting too far ahead of myself. But Todd Gurley, almost a suspension if Georgia continues to win these next two games. Might have been a blessing in disguise. He's had injury problems in the past. And, you know, he'll be fresh going into a big-time game. And like I said, if Auburn beats Ole Miss this weekend, they'll probably still be number 3, number 2, around there. And Georgia will probably work their way into the top 10 if they win those next two games, probably 8, 7, or 8, somewhere around there. So that'll be a big-time matchup, a chance for Georgia to really get a big-time win to their resume and boost their college football playoff stock. Oh, and one more thing I want to talk about, and it's just the whole thing. I think Todd Gurley might be one of the last cases we have with the player likeness and suspension of this kind. Because, you know, the NCAA lost the lawsuit about, like, using player likenesses and whatnot. And I just, in my personal opinion, I don't think it's right in a lot of cases. Because if you go into, this is any school, I'm not just calling out Georgia here. You go into the Georgia, like, athletic shop where you get all the team fan gear, apparel, all that kind of stuff. Every jersey in there is either going to be your quarterback or it's going to be your best player. And you walk into the Georgia shop, it's going to be number 14, Hudson Mason. It's going to be number 3, Todd Gurley. They don't have the names on it, but at the same time, you know who that player is. And it's going to change every year to match that best player. When Todd Gurley leaves Georgia, and let's say some other guy comes up, like let's say Sony Michel, if you watch Georgia, he's a beast, he's a freshman. They're going to change to number 1 jerseys. They're going to do that. And that's, you can't say that's not selling the likeness. It's okay if like you have a number 0 or a number 1 for every jersey, regardless of the year, regardless of what player wears what number 1 or number 0, something like that, or no number at all. But the fact that they're changing it to represent the best player is definitely selling the likeness. And the fact that you can't make money off your own likeness, like selling autographs, in my opinion, it needs to change. And I've talked with some people, the plans I like, there's some stuff, might get too much into that today, but don't give the players money up front. Give them like a savings, like $5,000, $10,000, something around there. And then once they graduate, that money is given to them as soon as they graduate. They have to just go through school. And maybe they get the money portioned out like a certain amount of time. Like they'll get like a certain amount of money per month. Something like that. I'm not getting too far into that. But in my opinion, Todd Gurley will be one of the last guys suspended for taking advantage of his likeness with this lawsuit coming to an end. But in the comment section below, let me know what you think of Todd Gurley coming back, how this affects Georgia's championship stock, and stuff like that. Follow me on Twitter at CooperFCSN. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more videos like this, including predictions, Heisman breakdowns, NFL football for free. Go follow him on Twitter as well, link in the description. And just some breaking college football news. Hope you all enjoyed the video. It's Cooper, signing out.